Yeah, welcome back. In the last class, we have dealt with the data types, Python data types, that is number and string. So let's continue with the other data types, that is list. So list which is similar to arrays in C. So, but here the item belonging to the list can be of different data type. Array is nothing but a homogeneous, which is a collection of homogeneous type. So either it can have a string as a collection, or integer as a collection, or floating number as a collection. But when it comes to list, it is like array, but it can have a different types of items in it. And the items which is inside the list, which is enclosed within the bracket, square bracket. So that is about the list. And let's see some of the examples. So whereas in the example which we are seeing here, list, so as I have told, the items are enclosed within square bracket. So it can have any type of items in it. So here we can see the string, which is of type string, which is integer, which is a floating point value. So like this, it can be a collection of any type. So this is how we can now assign a value to the list. And there are two lists taken here. One is list, which has 5 values in it, and another one is which is having 2 values in it. So let's see it in a console. Okay. Yeah. Let's see the example as I have told. Let's use the same example, which is enclosed within the braces, and it can have any type of values. It can be a number, sorry, it can be an integer, it can be a floating point value, or it can be any type string. Okay, so now list. So the list is ready. Okay, the thing was like I have given decimal, rather given comma, I have given decimal. Okay, yeah. So if you would like to see what all the items the list has, video list. So these are the items which it has. And okay, when we look into this example here, when we look into the statement here, print list, so it print the items, the complete list, and list of 0. So where it it prints the first element in the list. And list 1 to 3, it means it prints the elements starting from second position till third. So we'll see everything one by one as an example. Yeah. So okay, we can print the list in this way, print, which has a braces, parenthesis, and just okay, the same thing. And if we would like to access the first element in the list, so we have to provide its index, that is 0. And if we want to print the items from the first item to the till third, so 1, 2, 3, so it has to be divided in square bracket. Yeah, so 23 that is 0, 1, 2. The till third, it means till third, not the third position, where third, till third it is. Then what we had done it in the string in the same way, from the second position, if you want all the items to be printed, you can print it like this. And again, the same thing, like string, we have seen, right? The list, if at all, if you want to print it more than one time, or how much ever the time, so we use star, right? So in the same way here, the list will be printed 2 times. And if you want to concatenate, plus was the concatenation operator which we had used. So the same way here also. Okay, for that I don't have one more list. Let me create this tiny list. Tiny list is equal to, okay, then okay, let me not have much elements. I'll have only 2 elements in it. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm concatenating both the list and I'm printing it. That is list and tiny list. Yeah, see, ABC 2334.5 John, which is elements from the list, and KN1, which is an element from the tiny list. So if at all, if we want to find the length of the list, so we can use the function len, which prints the length of the list. And if we would like to append an element to the list, it means at the end of the list, so we can use a function append, and we can, in the parenthesis, we can provide that particular item or the element. And if at all, if we want to add an element to the list to the particular position, so we can use the function insert, that is 1, to the first position. I mean, it starts from 0, it means the second position. The orange element will be added to the list, and we can remove the particular element. And suppose if we have 2 orange as an element in the list, so if we execute the statement, what happens is, first element orange will be, when it finds this the element which is matching with this string, that will be deleted first. So second time when we execute the same statement, if at all, if it has the same string or the element in the list, so second time the second element will be deleted. And the third thing is, the next thing is del list, where which removes a particular element from that, depending on the index provided. Del list, so it is to delete the entire list. It will delete that list itself. List dot clear, which actually clear the content or the elements in the list. And this is where I'm making a copy of this list with the help of copy function, and the copy is my list here. So my list have all the content which the list have. And again, if at all, if we want to join 2 lists, we can join, concatenate with the help of plus, and we can store it in the another list. So let's execute these statements. Yeah, okay. Let me print the length of the list. Yeah, 4. So ABC 2334.5 John. So that's the length of the list. and I would like to append an element to that list, that is John. Okay, since it's a string, let me give it in a quote. Okay, so if you would like to see the list now, see Johnny has been appended, and to the particular position, if I want, see, we can provide the index here, or the position list dot insert. So what I'll do is to the first, okay, okay, let me use it as Johnny again. Okay, so see Johnny, ABC Johnny 23. So to the first index first, the item has been inserted. So let me remove that Johnny here, okay, with the help of remove function. List dot remove, and I'll specify it as Johnny. So as I said before, the first, when in the list, when it finds the matching pattern at the beginning, that particular element will be eliminated, deleted. See, there are two Johnny in this, only one Johnny will be deleted in this. You can see only first Johnny is deleted. Again, if we want to delete one more Johnny, okay, now I'll execute the same. So you can find now the second Johnny has been deleted. So if at all, okay, if I want to delete a particular, okay, element from the list, again, without specifying the element, with the help of index, we can delete it. So the ABC is deleted. So I'm creating one more list. My list is equal to list dot copy. So what happens is, so now if we see my list, which has all the content, okay, what happened? Okay, my list is not defined. Okay, my list now my list has all the content which list is having. And if you want to clear the contents, my list dot clear. So I'm using that function, clear function. So if you check the content of my list, nothing is there, because just now I have cleared it with the help of clear, but my list is still existing. If you want to remove that my list itself, we have to use del my list. So my list, okay, so now that my list itself has been removed. So these are all the operations available for list. So let me do a small revision once again on list, because it has so many operations in it. So list, which is similar to array, but it's heterogeneous. It can have heterogeneous elements in it, and the condition is it has to be created and the elements has to be within the square bracket. So we can print the elements of list, and we can access each indexed item, and with the help of by providing the index value, and we can print it how much ever the times we want with the help of the repetition operator. We can add the list itself with the help of concatenation operator, and we can find out the length of the list with the help of length function, and we can add a value to it with the help of append function, and we can insert an element to the list with by specifying the index, so that to that particular position the value or the element will be added in the list. And we can remove any element by specifying it, by specifying that element itself, or and we can delete an item by providing the index, if at all, if we don't know the the value or the element. So we can specify the index, and we can delete the entire list itself, because and we can clear the content with the help of clear function, and we can make a copy of that list, and we can make a copy of it, and we can call it with a different name, and we can join to list, and we can store it in the another list. So this is about list. The next thing is tuples. Tuples, which are similar to the list, but it is enclosed within parentheses. So as we can see the example here, tuple, see, it's having heterogeneous elements. The difference is it has, the it is enclosed within parentheses, whereas list is enclosed within the square bracket. So let's create a tuple. Let's create a tuple. Okay, I'll keep the console aside. Okay, tuple. Let me name it as tuple. Okay, then as I said, it has to be enclosed within parentheses. Okay, let me use yeah. So if at all, if you want to see what the values existing in tuple or the elements, so you can see it. And the operations, see here the operations like which we have seen in the list, almost same operations available. Like we can print it with the help of print statement. And we can print the first element, if at all, if we give index as 0, and we can print the element starting from okay, it's second to the third element, the tuple, and from the second third element onwards, whatever the elements are present in the tuple, that can be printed. And again, the star is a repetition operator, which the number of times mentioned here can be printed, and plus, which is a concatenation operator. And some more operations if we consider for the tuple, which see we can access the negative index also. But when we mention the negative index here, -1 is the negative index. So what happens is it prints the last item of the tuple, and we can find the length of the tuple with the help of length function, and we can delete the tuple, and we can again join two tuples. So let's perform all these operations. Okay, Okay, we have printed. Now tuple, the first element can be accessed, that is ABCD, and the elements starting from first to till third, so will be printed. That the first element is 456. I mean, the according to the index, it starts from 0, 4, 5, 6, and second till third. So this is the third element. Only till third it will be printed. And from second element onwards, if you want to print all the items, so just 2 colon. So it means the 0, 1, 2. 2 is this 56, and from second onwards everything. So since it has only one element after that, it has printed 2 elements. Now the repetition operator. Tuple start. So two times the values or the elements in it is getting printed. And if at all, if you want to add one more in it, yeah, this okay, tuple 3 is equal to tuple plus tuple 1. Yeah, if you see this tuple 3, now it has both the contents of tuple as well as tuple 1. Okay, then the other operations. Okay, let's print with the help of index in the tuple. So as I said, the last element in tuple, that is, it is getting printed. In the tuple, the last element is Karida, so that is getting printed. Sorry. Okay. So in that way, the -1 is the last element, -2 is the next element to it. So in that way, it gets printed. Then if we want to find the length of it, print length of that tuple. So what's the length? So the length is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what happened? Yeah, I'm supposed to give it in the parenthesis when I'm printing something. So I forgot. Okay, length, which is a function again which comes inside the parenthesis. Yeah, 4 is the length. So again, if you want to delete that tuple, del tuple. Yeah. So these are the different functions which is applicable for the tuple. So one more thing. So after this, you may think both look similar, right? Tuple as well as list. What is the difference between length and tuple then? Yeah, there is difference, right? There must be some difference. Then what else? What's the use of having two things which performs in a similar way, right? So the difference is the first difference, as we know, which we have discussed, that is, in the list, the elements are provided within square bracket, and the size can be changed. I mean, you can add it or append it, or you can insert the value wherever you want, right? All these kind of operations can be performed in list. But when it comes to tuple, the values are enclosed within parentheses and it cannot be updated, and it's also called as read-only list. So if you notice the operations which we have performed, when I was performing list operations, I have used append, remove, and with the help of index, I was adding the element to the list to the specific position. But whereas in the tuple, we have not performed any sort of such operations, right? Because why? Because it doesn't support. Even if you try to do something, it will throw an error. So let's see how it throws error. Okay, I have closed up it. So then, okay. What I'll do is, let me copy this because it is in the slideshow. Well, let me type it. Okay, I'll create a small, the tuple or the list which has a very less content in it, just to show that difference between list and tuple. A, 1, 2, oh, okay, this is enough to show that. This is tuple, okay, let me check. Yeah, then list, which is enclosed within square bracket, comma, 4. So now what I'm doing is, I will add in, I will, well, okay, I'm trying to change the value of, okay, 0, 1. I have only, I think you can see this because there's no item. Yeah, so it throws an error. So if I use it and do it with the first position, definitely my 345 will be changed to 100. Yeah, if you would like to see the, see 100. Earlier the values were C and 345. Now it is C and 100. So let's try to do the same operation with the tuple. Tuple. Okay. 1. Yeah, it throws error. Why? Why? Because it cannot be changed. It cannot be updated or changed. Once it is done, done. So that is the difference between list and tuple. So these are the operations which we have performed in tuple. So let's see the next data type, that is dictionary. Dictionaries are like associative arrays or hashes found in Perl. Okay, if you are not aware of Perl, no need to worry. It has a key and a value pair, nothing much. Where dictionary keys are usually numbers or string. So we'll see the example, we'll get to know. Dictionaries which are enclosed within curly braces. Okay, so far you have seen, no, braces, bracket, square bracket, but parenthesis and square bracket. But when it comes to dictionary, which is enclosed, the key and a value pair, which is enclosed in the curly braces, and it can be accessed with the help of, you can key or the value if you want to access, it can be done only with the help of square bracket. And the elements which are in the dictionary are unordered. So we can see the example here. Okay, the first example, which is, we are just creating with the empty set dictionary with the curly braces, and we are adding a value to it. The one element which is with the key and a value. The key is 1 and the value is this is 1. And to the second position we are adding, that is no, sorry, not to the second position. The second key and a value is this, that is this is 2. If you want to print the value for the key 1, it can be printed like this. So what happens? The dict, which is the key which is given is 1. So when you, so the value for 1 will be getting printed. The value for 2 will be getting printed. If you give like this print dict, the entire, all the key and value pairs will be getting printed. And one more tiny dict which has been created, the dictionary here, that is all the keys. If you want to access the keys, here is name, code, dpt. So all these keys will be printed if you use this function. If you want to print all the values which is in the dictionary, then we can give that particular, the dictionary name dot values. So it prints John 6734 and 6. So let's do this example here. Okay, let's create that dictionary. Dictionary is equal to, as I said, must be enclosed within curly braces. So let me add an element to it with the help of its syntax, that is the key is 1 and the value which I am giving is, okay, this is 1. Okay, let me add one more value to it, that is okay, let me give an integer, because the key can be either integer or it can be a string. This is 2. Or if you would like to see the, for integer, if you would like to see the thing, so let me print it. Yeah, see, the first key and value is 1. This is 1. The second key and value is 2, 23. So if you want to print a particular by providing a key, so I'll give it as 1 so that it has to print this is 1. Yeah. And if you want to print, okay, here if you want to print only the key, dict dot key, the function is key. Okay, sorry, let me use a print function here. What I'll do is I'll just copy it and paste it here. What happened? Sorry, the thing is, it works, but what I have done is I have given just key. It is keys. Yeah, the keys are 1, 2. In the same way, if you want to print the values, sorry, print the values, so replace it with the values. So all the values, that is, this is 1 is a value. Here you can see this is 1 is a value and 23 is a value. So that is getting printed. And some more functions. Here we have one more dictionary, that is this dict, where it has no, some of the functions, sorry, some of the key and value pair, that is brand, Ford, model, stand, and year 1964. So if you want to get the value for this, directly you can get it. So let me change it. Okay, we'll try to change the value of a particular key. Okay, okay, we'll use the dict function itself. Dict. What I'll do is I'll change the value for 2. So 2, earlier it is 23. Now I'll change it with string. Yeah, if you see now, see, you can see earlier 2 has a value, earlier 2 has a value 23. Now 2 has a value 2. I mean, I have changed the value to string. integer to string. If you want to find the length of the dictionary, even you can find it like this. See, the length is 2. Yeah, see how it is 2. If you see, this is 1 and this is 1, because key value pair, it is pair. So there are 2 pairs. That's the length. And if you want to, remove the last element, we use a function called pop. So that is dot pop. I mean, if you want to remove an element, any element. Okay, what I'll do is yeah. If I see this, yeah, this is not there because it's been deleted. So in the same way, if you want to copy it to some new dictionary, dict1 is equal to dict dot copy. So what happens? Dict1 has all the content which where dict had. So what I'll do is dict dot clear. I'm clearing all the contents from the dictionary. So does no content exist? No, there's no content. As you can see, there is no content in the dictionary because just now I have cleared it. Whereas in the dict1, the contents are existing. Yeah, it is there. So all these are the operations. We can find it in dictionary. So in this session, we have seen the list and all the operations and list, how it can be created and how to operate, and what all the operations are available for the list, and how we can retrieve each element with the help of index, and how we can print it multiple times by specifying or using the repetition operator, and how can we add two elements with the help of concatenation operator, and uh, adding an element to the list, and removing it, and clearing all the elements and deleting the list. And when it comes to tuples, how to does some of the operations which are similar compared when it is compared with the list, like printing the a few elements with the help of index, and again with the help of repetition operator, and with the help of concatenation operator, how two lists can be joined, and when how to make use of negative index, and if at all if we provide a negative index, what kind of the elements gets printed, that we have seen. And the major difference between the list and tuples is, list is which is like we can add it or delete the elements anytime, but when it comes to tuples, it is read only tuples. Once the values are entered, it is entered, so further changes cannot be done. And the next thing is dictionary, where it has it is something like a associative array, where key and value pair it has, and it can be like it can be created with the help of curly braces, and the elements can be added like this. And directly also we can create by providing a key value pair in it, and we can access only the keys with the help of keys function, and we can access only the values with the help of values function, and we can change it. It can be change it anytime, by providing the particular key, and we can change the value, and new element also can be added anytime, and we can delete any element by specifying the key, and we can create a copy of that particular dictionary with the help of copy function, and we can delete that entire dictionary itself, and we can clear the content of the dictionary. So all these are the operations, and this is about the data type.